Good evening. Thank you all for joining me for this Yummy Yin class tonight. I am all ready for you. So we've been working with some mudras last week, and I thought we'd continue that this week, and I thought we would continue with this earth energy because it is in those weeks between the official season of end of summer, beginning of fall. So these weeks leading up to it, we do have a tendency to get a little ungrounded, and when we work with the earth energy, we become grounded. So tonight I thought we would take the tip of the ring finger and the tip of the index finger. Tip of ring finger, tip of index finger. Thumb is considered earth energy, and the tip of the ring finger is considered the energy of the sun. So when we bring these two energies together, it creates more grounding, creates more peace. Then we'll release the hands onto the lap. The palms are up. The ring finger and tip of thumb continue to touch. The shoulders are soft. The chin is back and down. And gently close the eyes. Enter the thoughts are self. I allow my legs to soften and my hips to let go. Self, I energetically send my sits bones down, literally connecting with Mama Earth. Self, as I energetically connect with the earth, I feel life force flowing up, 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 and out the top of the head. Self, as that life force energy flows up and out the top of the head, it connects with the heavens, and the heavens respond by lifting us up and sending love all through our system. Now, just pausing for about 2 minutes in the silence, allowing the mudra to shift and change our energy. Slowly and gently release the mudra and just turn the palms down onto the thighs. Good. Just take a moment to notice perhaps how different we're already feeling. And then take them on, fall asleep in that opening sequence, and just rub those hands right on top of the thighs, the calves. Beautiful. So we're going to start this evening in a kneeling position, and we're actually going to end up opening the back of the hands and the back of the wrist. I'm going to turn sideways, just so you can see a little better. The top of the feet is on the earth, and I'm sitting right on the heels. You can use a rolled up blankie or a cushion and put it between your feet if you like, if that just gives you a little more lift that feels better. No strain on the knees. So often in this posture, for many of us, we start off and it feels good sitting on the heels, but after a little more time, it starts to feel stressful on the knees. So that cushion is always a good idea. So in front, we're going to pull the belly in gently, lean a little forward, and we're going to take this back of the hand in front of the knees. So fingertips down, the fingers curl back towards the knees. We soften the shoulders, and the back of the hand works its way towards the earth. It may not make it all the way. So we're still pulling the belly in so that the weight stays in this low body, so there's not a lot of pressure on the wrist. It's like just enough. The fingertips can lightly brush the knees. They're about that close to you. Good, good. And it's the backs of the fingers, the backs of the hands that are on the earth. Good. As we notice the backs of the hands opening, the backs of the wrist, just notice how it works up the arms and into the shoulders. The head and neck are comfortable and easeful, so it might be a neutral position with chin slightly in. It might be chin towards chest. The elbows have a micro bend in them rather than straight. Good, good. Three more long, full, deep, absolutely gorgeous breaths right here. When you've completed the third breath, pull the low belly in a bit more. Inhale up. Just allowing the backs of the palms to rest on the thighs. Just pause for a moment. And then let's do our, I'm just going to turn back towards the front for this so you can see my hands better. I'm going to do a little fast fingers. So the palms are down, the shoulders are relaxed. We spread the fingers nice and wide. Squeeze those fingers tight. Open those palms. So we're sitting all the way up on the heels, squeezing the fingers, opening them wide. Squeezing the fingers, opening them wide. Squeezing the fingers, opening them wide. And then release those hands to the lap. Good. And just pause and feel the sensations. Patsy, can you hear me okay? Can you give me a thumbs up? Good. Okay, great. I just couldn't see your hands, so I wanted to make sure. Great. And notice the space and the energy now moving through those beautiful hands. So our next posture is going to be Sphinx with a variation. We've done Sphinx on more than one occasion. I do it a lot. It's one of my favorite postures. But I've just realized my camera's a little too high. So excuse me for crawling forward. I'm sorry if this shakes things up for a moment. Just trying to bring it a little lower so that perhaps you can see my leg So we can come in a moment to the earth where our elbows, all right, no, you won't be able to see my legs. So I'm going to show you from my hands and knees. So pretend I'm on my belly. In a moment, this will be the shape of the leg. It will be an inner rotation. The other leg will be long. The inner edge of the foot can be on the earth. That's an alternative. It's a half frog position. So let's come all the way down to the earth, onto our bellies, onto the forearms. Let's grab opposite elbows so that we make sure we've got this, or opposite biceps, so we've got that exact distance apart. And then let's bring that forward thigh, your left thigh up. It doesn't have to come parallel. It can be down a little bit, but it's an inner rotation of the leg. Good, that's it. That's it. And then we just release in the shoulder blades and release the head and neck, just softening. You guys continue. I'm just going to make one more adjustment. See if I can get that just a little bit better today. I was trying to go up high and it's too high. Yes, that's better. Softening into this earth energy. Stimulating again stomach and spleen meridians, which are associated with earth, which is putting us in a grounded state. Taking all the time in the world, simply glide that left leg long and just pause for a moment with both legs long on the earth. Still in Sphinx, good. Everybody's doing great. And then all we're going to do is merely switch legs. So the right thigh has a slight inner rotation, so that's the inner edge of the leg is towards the earth, the inner side of the foot. And the knee glides up towards the hip, but it doesn't have to come up very far. Even an inch or two creates the stimulation in the meridians. Good. And then just soften. Ever so slowly and gently, glide your elbows out to the side. Lengthen the bent leg long. Push into the hands and push up and back into an infant's posture. Where once again, top of feet are on the earth. Once again, hips are gliding towards the heels. The arms are by the sides, palms up, and the head melts forward. Just a few breaths. This is a nice counter pose to that beautiful long held back bend. And gather energy in the belly. Pull the low belly in. Inhale up. Beautiful. And then just sit to one side and extend both legs long on the earth. And let's just flex the toes towards us. Let's point those feet. Flex the toes. Point. One more time. Flex and point. This way. So let's take that left leg and let's bring the top of the foot onto the earth, bending the knee so that we're in our half saddle posture. Good. We did this one last week because, again, we're still working these same meridians, lines of energy. We're going to do it again. However, today we have a variation that is an option. If it's easeful for you, great. If it's not easeful for you, don't do it. So we have that left leg in line. And then what we'll do is we'll bring the hands behind. And if it's easeful to come onto forearms, you'll come onto forearms. Or lay flat. Here's the variation. The variation is taking the opposite leg, bending it so that the foot is flat on the earth. It puts a little bit more energy through this front thigh. So if it's too much, don't do it. You can also remember do this on your hands, slumping into the shoulder. So it's the left leg, the forward leg, top of the foot onto the earth, the right leg, optional, can also be straight. Good. Good. Head and neck are comfortable. If we're in the straight arm position, might feel good to slump and just let the head release by lifting the chin. Beautiful. Three more long, full, deep, absolutely gorgeous breaths right here. When you've completed your third breath, push into the hands to bring the torso up. That right leg, if it's bent, extend it. We're going to add from this point. Take your time, absolutely no rush. Now, with this next part, this top of the foot may sickle a little bit. If it naturally does, that's fine. But in a perfect yoga world, which we don't live in, the top of the foot would remain on the earth. And all we're going to do is take this left leg and we're going to slide it out so that the knees are apart. Good. Notice there may be a little more pressure in the top of the foot when we do this. It's designed to be that way. Now we have that right leg extended. So we're going to find our low ribs with our fingertips. We're going to turn the ribs just that little bit towards that right leg. You'll feel a little more action in the top of this forward thigh. And then all we do is melt forward. We might come to forearms. You might prefer your cushion and put your elbows up on your little cushion or your beach towel. Or it might be easy for you to rest your forehead on your leg. Palms are up, shoulders are soft, wherever you are. Good. Everybody looks good. No need to bounce or push. Just allow. Three more long, full, deep, absolutely gorgeous breaths right here. When you've completed your third breath, turn your palms down onto the earth, pull the low belly in gently, and walk the hands back towards the torso to bring yourself upright, and just pause. Feel that whoosh. Great. Now we're going to turn this same shape with the low body into an upright twist. So we'll keep the torso upright. We'll once again find the ribs with the fingertips, and we move the ribs towards the front bent leg. So they won't go all the way. It's from the ribs. The shoulders stay soft and down. I'd like to take, this would be the right hand. I like to take these fingers down and kind of tuck them in between the fold of the thigh and the calf, because then that kind of squiggling them in there allows me to just soften that shoulder down. Good. And then we're going to take this opposite hand, these left fingers, and they come behind, but we stay upright on the fingers and soften the shoulders. Good. And then the gaze gently turns over the back shoulder. From the chin is how the head moves. Shoulders are soft, jaw is soft. Good. We're not pushing for a stretch. It's just a shape. We breathe, and the openings are going to happen on their own. So it's very tempting when we have a nice opening across the top of the shoulder, into the neck and up around the ear and over the top of the head, to push it to make it feel more. So resist that urge, just soften. Eyes can be closed, or they can also be open, and you're looking out the corners of your eyes towards the back. Now keep the torso and the legs exactly where they are. All we're going to do is move the chin. And when we move the chin, the head comes along for the ride. So self, from my chin, I glide my chin straight forward. And self, I continue to glide my chin towards the right shoulder. This is called double helix. So just breathe. Shoulders are soft, jaw is soft. Good, everybody's got it. And slowly and gently, moving from the chin, inhale the head back to neutral. Good, and pause for the whoosh in the neck and the shoulders. Slowly and gently allow the ribs to come back to the neutral, bringing the arms back, resting them on the thighs, and just pause. Good. Now, absolutely using our hands. Take the bent leg. It's been here for quite a while. Use your hands to lift it up and slowly, and you might even moan and groan as this leg lengthens onto the earth. Oh, lean back on your hands. Flex the feet back towards your face. Point the toes. Flex those feet. Point those toes. And then let's circle the feet slowly in one direction. The ankle and toes on the leg that was bent may not even be awake yet. And then slowly going the other way. Beautiful. Then bringing those legs together. Notice if you can see a difference in the feet. Like it's much than the right leg. I can see it. I can even see it on the camera here. Beautiful. So let's create all that space on the other side. I'm just going to turn my body. So ideally you can see it a little bit. There we go. I'm going to slide back that way. And so we're going to start off in the half saddle with the possible variation of the leg. So we bend the leg. We take the right foot, top of the foot, onto the earth. The heel is outside of the hip. Both buttocks are on the earth. Again, if there's pressure in the knee, take your cushion or your beach towel. Boom, sit up on them, and that'll alleviate some pressure. Great. Yogi's choice. You can lean back on hands, forearms, or all the way flat. The left bent leg foot on the earth is optional. You can give it a try. If you like it, great. If you don't like it, don't do it. It's just a variation. Good. Good. Soften. Allow. Every single person in class today is a bright light naturally in this world. And so when we ground, it allows that natural self to stay bright and shiny, easily, with no effort. And so for those of us with this naturally sunny personality, we know when we get the grumps. That's when we're off. And that's all this means, is that we are ungrounded. And so we can create these shapes and immediately feel like ourselves again. And pushing into the forearms, into the hands, to bring our torso up, lengthening the bent leg long on the earth. Pause in this upright position for a moment. Absolutely no rush to come out. Take all the time in the world. Beautiful. So ideally, the top of the foot remains towards the earth as we open the thighs. Good. And then we find our low ribs and we turn those ribs towards that extended leg. And then we melt forward, whatever that might look like. The palms are up, the chin tucks in and down, and we just melt over that extended leg. Good. Good. Matters not how far we go, just that we create the shape that's available for us. While in this shape, it might be very easy mudra. This is an easy one for those of you who have the naturally sunny personality. To remember, in a moment where you might have the grumps, which again we know for all of you that is not a natural condition. If you were to bring the tip of the index and tip of the thumb together, it's earth energy in the thumb going to sun energy at the tip of the finger. So it's bringing your natural sunny self back. So that may help you remember which finger it is. Bring your earth and sun together. Slowly release the mudra. Turn the palms down, press them into the earth, and walk back towards the torso. And pause for that wonderful whoosh right up the spine. Beautiful. And let's find the low ribs again. We turn the ribs towards the bent legs, so they won't go very far. And let's take this left hand. Let's tuck those fingers in between the thigh and the calf. There we go. Then that allows the shoulder to soften. Let's take these right fingers back behind us. Fingertips softens. Moving from the chin, self, I glide my chin towards the back shoulder. Eyes can continue to look out the corners of the eyes towards the back, or you can be eyes closed. And just breathe. Enjoy. Keeping the legs and the torso exactly where they are, moving from the chin. Self, I glide my chin towards center. And I glide my chin towards the opposite shoulder. Good. Double helix. On your next inhale, glide the chin back to center. Absolutely no rush. Bring the hands back to center. Taking all the time in the world, use your hands to bring that bent leg slowly and gently, supporting it as it glides forward. May feel a little bit dead. That's okay. That's normal. That means we worked the connective tissues. Soften them. Now gently just circle the feet. So I'm just circling the feet in one direction, exquisitely slowly. And then gently in the other direction. And then let's take a look at our legs. Ideally, our feet are now the same, the same length. We've created this tremendous space. So our next posture is one we haven't done together yet here. And we're going to lay on the belly. And we know that the name of my yoga business is Chic Spirit Yoga. And we know that I'm creating a space where we bring that we are working on the inside and then it's reflected in the outside. There's a beautiful, in the middle of the forehead, there's a beautiful acupressure point, and it helps soften the entire sinus area and eye area. And we often think our nose, which remember, nose and ears, the cartilage in those grows forever, which is why our noses get bigger and our ears get bigger as we continue to age. So in a moment, I'm going to have us lay on the floor on our bellies. The forehead will be on the earth and the nose will be on the earth. And so your nose will literally be squished. Not up like a little piggy, down. And in that position, it'll be a little uncomfortable at first. If it's too uncomfortable, take your palms, put them on top of each other, and then that palms will be on the earth and your forehead and nose will press into the palms. But if it's not excruciating, let the cartilage of the nose be pressed in this manner. So we'll make our way onto the belly. The arms will extend forward on the floor with softened shoulders to a comfortable point. The feet will extend back and the nose will be squished, not like a piggy, and forehead on the earth. So here we go. I won't be in it the whole time because I can't see you if I'm doing it. But we'll on our bellies. Arms extend forward. Forehead comes to the earth and the nose starts to gently as the shoulders soften. Gently as the jaw softens, the nose starts to squish. Continue on. You all look great. I am just coming out so I can say a few things while you're in it without my voice being smushed into the mat. So this gentle pressure on the cartilage, cartilage is connective tissue as well, just like a fascia and tendons. And so when we gently press it on the earth in this way and soften it, it actually helps the nose to be in a more pleasing shape. By the gentle pressure of Mama Earth on the forehead, notice how the whole sinus eye area is softening. Notice how the scalp itself is softening. Notice how the jaw, the lower jaw, is dropping gently towards the floor. Just allow it to continue to let go. The lips can part, the tongue can soften. Just a little longer in this shape. We're literally creating a little facelift for you. And it only costs $12.22. Ever so slowly and gently. Glide the arms by your sides, palms down under the shoulders, and gently push up. We're going into our final twist. The big toes will touch. The thighs are gently apart. We're going to go into our wide-kneed child's with a twist so that one arm will be under the other. So we'll take the left arm first. We'll slide it under the right. So first we're going to move our ribs a little bit towards the right. Then as we melt forward, make sure the thigh is in contact with this side body, right in this fleshy to the side of the belly button. We're going to be stimulating both sides of the colon. And so then we're going to glide that left arm under and away. The right arm comes up and the side of the head just gently rests on the floor. Wide-kneed child's with a twist. Yeah, everybody looks good. Slowly and gently unfurling, walking the hands over towards the left, gliding that right arm under the left, switching sides, widening child's with a twist, making sure to get that little pressure on the side of the belly so that we squish as intended in this posture, ascending and descending colons. Taking all the time in the world, gently unfurling. Once unfurled, take all the time in the world to come up on the hands and knees. Take all the time in the world to sit on one hip and spin around, making your way into your Shavasana. Grounded, long, peaceful. There is absolutely nothing left for you to do but to just let go. ever so slowly. Feel yourselves returning to the body by starting with very small moves of gently wiggling the fingers and wiggling the toes, gently rolling the head one way and slowly and gently rolling it the other. And when you are ready, reaching arms overhead, stretching fingers to toes in a good evening stretch. Gently bringing one thigh in and then the other. Just give those thighs a sweet, gentle hug. Rolling gently over onto the right side in a fetal position, just pausing here. And slowly and gently pushing up to a comfortable seated position. The spine is straight, the eyes can be closed. Just pausing for a moment to enjoy this energetic flow that we created together. An energy of earth and sun. Our happy, sunny personalities, grounded, steady. And let's bring the palms together at heart center. It is always my honor and my sincere pleasure to share this practice, especially tonight with the four of you. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.